Welcome to day one again of recovery ministry. Um, Today it's noon, so I can't do sunrise Bible study, but hopefully for now on the other days it will be back at sunrise when the Lord shows His majestic powers by bringing that sun up. Okay, so today is Psalm 23, 1 through 6, and most people know Psalm 23, but I've always known it. Like, I've always loved it, but it's hard sometimes to live it because, like, my first video, I was saying, that I'm coming back to doing videos, and I just gave up the last couple of weeks when I should have been reciting Psalm 23 daily, and maybe I wouldn't have gave up. So I have to remember Psalm 23. So here we go. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for His name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for You are with me. Your rod and Your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, so my cup overflows. Surely Your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So we're going to hit the notes like always. So the Hebrew word for shepherd is roha. I probably said that wrong. So one of God's names is Jehovah Roha, meaning the Lord, my shepherd. David recognized that God cared for him the same way David had cared for his sheep. I lack nothing reveals the perfection of God's loving, protective care. His sheep need nothing else. This is a picture of complete peacefulness and rest. God's people, like sheep, do not have enough sense to go to the pastures for food or find the quiet waters. So the Good Shepherd leads his beloved ones to a place of sustenance and rest. Humanity needs soul refreshment because of spiritual carefulness. Difficult circumstances, secret sin, and the world's influence. The Creator of heaven and earth desires intimate involvement with His people, wanting to lead them, not just point the way. The darkest valley is not a state, a condition, or an abiding place. Rather, the beloved of the Lord pass through it to get to the other side, where they experience eternal privileges, pleasures, and joy. The shepherd used his rod, an oak club about 2 feet long, to defend the sheep against wild beasts. Any enemy has to first get through the shepherd. The enemy pursues, but the Lord's people are safe in the shelter of the shepherd's tent. Yahweh prepares a table while the enemy is just outside the tent's door. The Good Shepherd literally feeds his children in the presence of their enemies. And David looks beyond the pasture into the future and is heartened by the glorious prospect of dwelling forever with the Lord. The Hebrew expression forever, the length of days, describes a reality in the present that continues into the future. David would dwell in God's house even as he walked along his path on earth. So, God's always with us, watching over us, and He will help us defeat our enemies. He will defeat our enemies for us, and He will boast of His victory in our enemies' faces. We're not supposed to do that. We don't have to do that. Vengeance is not ours. Boasting is not ours, for God will do it by feeding us in front of our enemies. While they go hungry, God will feed us. God will take care of us, and God will show our enemies that He has our back, that we lack nothing because of Him. And then our enemies will see that they have no power over us. They can do nothing to hurt us because God cares for us. God watches over us. God provides for us. And nobody can defeat God. Nobody has anything on God. God has the ultimate power. And so God has the ultimate authority, and God has the ultimate protection. You know, he is the Alpha and the Omega. So even through the deepest, darkest valleys, you know, God is with us. No matter how dark our life may seem at times, how hard it may seem, no matter how much it may seem like that we're walking alone through hell, we're not. God's with us. He's waiting on us most of the time to reach out to him in prayer and praise, you know, for us to ask him to help. But if you don't ask, then God's just going to keep walking beside you. He's there, but he's just going to keep walking beside you, waiting on you to acknowledge him. And if you don't do that, then you're never going to know that he's there, but he is there. No matter how long you stray from God, no matter how long you try to do it on your own, God is still walking beside you. He never gets tired. He will always be there. So just remember, it's never too late to turn to God and ask him to help you, and to take some weight off, you know, or to carry you through something that you can't go through alone. God's always there waiting, and God is willing. We just have to ask. We have to be honest when we ask. We have to honestly want God's help and be willing to give it to God and not try to keep controlling it ourselves. So I hope this video reaches someone it needs to today, you know, and I hope it helps somebody out there as much as it has helped me today. And I hope everybody's just doing well, and, you know, I hope me stopping my videos didn't affect anybody else's faith in God, or, you know, anybody else's relationship with God. Like, never neglect your relationship with God. No matter what's happening, don't take it out on God, because God won't take it out on you. God bless. Have a great day.